Hi guys, thank you so much for tuning in. It means the world to my team and I. Welcome to the Woman Up live stream. We have an amazing evening prepared for you guys, full of performances, and make sure to stick around for the Q&A session at the end.
A reminder about the PRS Foundation. It is the UK's leading charitable fundraiser of new music and talent development. It supports artists, songwriters, and the composers to create and develop when they need it the most. There's going to be a link in the description down below for you to donate if you haven't done so, and we'll be very grateful for it. And enjoy the show.
Hi everyone, my name's Lea G. Thank you so much, Woman Up, for having me play alongside so many talented women. I feel so honoured. It's so great to be on here today. My name's Lea G. I'm 20 years old. I'm originally from Austria, but I moved to London 1.5 years ago to kind of just do music full time, I guess. And here I am. I think in every industry in the world we need more women, but especially in the music industry these days there's such an underrepresentation of women. So playing at one of these events where women's talents are being showcased and where women have the opportunity to show what they're capable of is just incredible. So thank you so much, Women Up, for having me play. I'm gonna play you my upcoming single, which is called Midyouth Crisis, and it's about basically like the weird time of life where you are done with school and you're deciding what to do next, and your parents are like, go study law or something, and you're like, no, not really, that's not my thing. And everyone's got these expectations, and really your inner child's just like, oh, let's just be young and free and do nothing. And then there's also your goals and dreams and whether you can make them happen and stuff, and just like this bit part of your life where you don't know what to do with yourself. So this is Midyouth Crisis. I hope you like it. Thinking back to when we were little, no responsibilities. Now we caught up in the middle of college grades and uni applications. Don't know what we'll do. They got high expectations. Don't wanna grow up, wanna stay young and free. Don't wanna grow up, escape reality. We're stuck in this Midyouth Crisis, Midyouth Crisis. Na 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 na. Yeah, Midyouth Crisis, Midyouth Crisis. And I wanna know, will we grow up? Let us hold on to something good, no liabilities. Wanna go back to our childhood dreams, where we play all day. Don't know what we'll do, trying to find our way. Don't wanna grow up, wanna stay young and free. Don't wanna grow up, escape reality. We're stuck in this Midyouth Crisis, Midyouth Crisis. Na 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 na. Yeah, Midyouth Crisis, Midyouth Crisis. And I wanna know, will we grow up? Yeah, growing up is hard to do, but we know that we'll make it through. We'll find a way, start something new. Growing up, Midyouth Crisis, Midyouth Crisis. Na 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 na. Yeah, Midyouth Crisis, Midyouth Crisis. And I wanna know, will we grow up? Midyouth Crisis, Midyouth Crisis. Thank you so much, Women Up, for having me. This song is going to be out on the 18th of June, and you can now help me make this project possible by going to corite.com. That's CORITE.com, and find my campaign on there by typing in Lea G. That's spelled LEA and then the letter G, and you can support my project there. Otherwise, it's going to be out on the 18th of June, and I hope you really like it. Thank you so much, Women Up, for having me, and I hope you have a lovely evening, and you get to hear some more amazing women playing incredible songs for you. Lots of love. Bye.
You start making sense and I'm done. The blossom is out, but I've gone cold. Try to listen to measured words, but every sound blurs. It's all that I've heard. I wanna know that we can't be alone. I can't hear your voice anymore. Love lost and lessons learned. You still cut me down to the core. You start making sense and I'm gone. Sky turning lilac truest forward, and we move like shadows on the walls. What's left of us face blurs. It's all that I've heard. I wanna know that we can't be alone. I can't hear your voice anymore. Love lost and lessons learned. You still cut me down to the core. I wanna know that we can't be alone. I can't hear your voice anymore. Love lost and lessons learned. You still cut me down to the core. And I know that we can't when you're alone. It's the lost dog. I wanna know that we can't be alone. I can't hear your voice anymore. Love lost and lessons learned. You still cut me down to the core. I wanna know that we can't be alone. I can't hear your voice anymore. My love lost and lessons learned. You still cut me down to the core. You still cut me down to the core. We choke on air they'd have us breathe. Toddlers, no children left to grieve. Daughters, lives lost on back streets. Leaders, unqualified to lead. Your dreams, my dreams. Your dreams, my dreams. Oh, are your dreams, my dreams. Your dreams, my dreams. Don't dare to dream. Closed eyes, I'll meet you in the park. Light up, I'll find something in the dark. Your dreams, my dreams. Your dreams, my dreams. Oh, are your dreams, my dreams. Your dreams, my dreams. Don't dare to dream. Don't choke, 'cause the air they'd have us breathe, our lungs deserve something clean. Oh, are your dreams, my dreams. Your dreams, my dreams. Oh, are your dreams, my dreams. Your dreams, my dreams. I dare to dream. Oh, 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 I dare to dream. How do I escape you? I'm caught between your hands, always in the background. The footnote to your plans. Don't go now. trying to discern you. Minimize the pain. Don't go now. Don't leave. I am slowly finding my feet. Don't go now. Don't leave. Me guessing in the spaces in between. Don't go now. Don't leave. I'm slowly finding my feet. Don't go now. Don't leave. Been guessing in the spaces in between.
Hi, this is Am.i. I'm an electropop artist based in London, and I'm really happy to be participating to this event today, Women Up, to support women in music, which is really, really, really important. I'm going to be performing three of my songs, and the first one is called A Party. It's my latest single, which came out literally last week, and it's the first time I'm going to be performing it live, so I really hope you enjoy it. A party, another stupid party. All I can do is party. I'm sorry, I got it. My mama, she tells me to stop it. My liver, it feels like I lost it. To party, I'm crying on the dance floor. I don't know me anymore. Music and drugs don't restore me. I'm delusional. I'm delusional. Will I ever see you? Will I ever see you again? Will I ever see you? Will I ever see you again? Da-da-da, 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 da-da. Funny, I don't even find it that funny. With everyone passed out around me, I'm fucked up, I hate all my friends, and I'm hot and I'm not in the mood for it. I'm dying on the dance floor. I don't know me anymore. There's nothing I can restore me. Will I ever see you? Will I ever see you again? Will I ever see you? Will I ever? Will I ever see you? Will I ever see you again? Will I ever see you? Will I ever see you again? Na 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 na. Will I ever see you? Or will I ever see you again? A party, another stupid old party. All I can do is party. I'm sorry. Well, I hope you liked it. This tune is really, really important for me because it talks about mental health and the struggles of being a young person in this generation, like being bombarded with stuff to do and not really focusing on what you what you really want and your personal happiness. So I really, really hope you liked it. It's on every streaming platform, so go check it out. My next tune is like my current most streamed song, and it's called Game Over. It's a heartbreaking ballad. That's how I talk about it, and I really, really hope you enjoy this one as well. I'm preparing. The way you kiss me to sleep, talking to me late through the night, the comfort of you lying next to me. Now it's game over. You could see me drown inside my head, your fingers tracing all the sides of me. And in our early days it was so easy. Now it's game over. And I hate that I let you walk all over me. And in the stillness of the night, I hate that I still want you, but how can I forget the pain of you and I? You scratched my back and left your bloody mark when we were being fools there in my bed. And now I carry stories in my scars, and it's game over. And I hate that I let you walk all over me. And in the stillness of the night, I hate that I still want you. So how can I forget the pain of you and I? And I hate that I let you walk all over me. And in the stillness of the night, I hate that I still want you. But how can I forget the pain of you and I? If you're applauding, I hope you are. Or if you enjoyed it. I have to say it's really cool that I get to do this. You know, I really miss live gigging, so obviously I miss having an audience and like applause and interaction. But doing this is obviously better than not performing, and I'm really, really happy and like grateful that I get to do this. And yeah, so my next and last tune is called Millennial, and it's the first ever tune I released. And you can, you can tell from the title what it talks about. Enjoy. People like me, we don't live. People like like me, it gets harder to breathe. People like me never stop thinking, overthinking. People like me, we don't know. I've got shit to say, I go blind cause I'm a millennial. I don't think I scroll down, I swipe left. I'm drugged to praise. Do, 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 do. People like me, owned by minds. People like me, we eat girls and boys more than love. Oh, we tried it for the feelings we believe, but people like me miss the point. I've got shit to say, I go blank cause I'm a millennial. I don't think I'll scroll down, I swipe left. Do 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 do. People like me don't risk it all, and people like me, we run before we crawl. We survive by hoping for amends, but we don't understand how hard we fall. Da 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 my guitarist always going for it. Anyways, this was it. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed my songs. This is, again, Am I? Like the question. And thank you for having me. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. And I hope you really like my songs. They're all up on Spotify, Apple, Amazon, Google, like YouTube, whatever, you know, all of them platforms. You know, you gotta get that coin. Sorry, I'm just gonna, yeah. And thank you again for the Girls of Woman Up for giving me this opportunity. And I really hope you enjoyed my set. And as always, stay safe. And goodbye.
She just wants to be beautiful. She goes unnoticed. She knows no limit. She craves attention. She praises an image she prays to be sculpted by the sculptor. Oh, she don't see the light that's shining deeper than the eyes can find it. Maybe we have made her blind, so she tries to cover up her pain and cut her woes away. 'Cause cover girls don't cry after their face is made. But there's a hope that's waiting for you in the dark. You should know you're beautiful just the way you are. And you don't have to change a thing, the world could change its heart. No scars to you, beautiful. We're stars and we're beautiful. And you don't have to change a thing, the world could change its heart. No scars to you, beautiful. We're stars and we're beautiful.
Hey everyone, so my name is Inês. I'm come from Portugal and I'm 20 years old. Yeah, I look like 12, I know, but I'm 20 years old. and I'm in the last year of college. I'm on theater. I'm taking theater in college. And yeah, what can you know about myself? Well, I play guitar, I play bass, and I play the drums. I have a guitar. I don't have a bass here, but yeah, I have a guitar and drums here. And yeah, I learned it myself, and you can do too, and you can learn how to sing too. Yeah, let's talk about this event. This event is called Woman Up, and I'm really grateful to be a part of it because I think we need to unite. We girls need to unite and be strong together. Be independent, because people think that we depend on men, but it's not that way. It's exactly the other way. Like, men depend on us because if it were for us, they wouldn't be here. And I know I'm right. Yeah. The next song that I'm gonna sing, I'm gonna sing two more songs, and I'm gonna sing a music by Little Mix. You and I and nobody else. Feeling feelings I've never felt. The way you got me onto your spell. Don't you keep it all to yourself. So won't you take it? I feel like from the first time I am not faking. Fingers on my buttons and now you're playing. Master of anticipation, don't you keep it all to yourself. Just a touch of your love is enough to knock me off and my feet are weak. Just a touch of your love, just a touch of your love. Oh, just a touch of your love is enough to take control of my whole body. Just a touch of your love, just a touch of your love. Oh, just a touch of your love is enough to knock me off and my feet are weak. Just a touch of your love, just a touch of your love. Oh, just a touch of your love is enough to take control of my whole body. Just a touch of your love, just a touch of your love. Oh, photograph with no t-shirt on. Why you making me wait so long? Promise to keep this a secret I never tell. Don't you keep it all to yourself. So won't you take it? I feel like from the first time I am not faking. Fingers on my buttons and now you're playing. Master of anticipation, don't you keep it all to yourself. Just a touch of your love is enough to knock me off and my feet are weak. Just a touch of your love, just a touch of your love. Oh, just a touch of your love is enough to take control of my whole body. Just a touch of your love, just a touch of your love. Oh, just a touch of your love is enough to knock me off and my feet are weak. Just a touch of your love, just a touch of your love. Oh, just a touch of your love is enough to take control of my whole body. Just a touch of your love, just a touch of your love. Oh. My two biggest inspirations right now are Justin Bieber and Harry Styles. Two men. But you want to know why they are my inspirations? It's because Harry Styles, it's an amazing man. He is. We can't say otherwise because he is. He dresses like dresses. He dresses skirts. He wears like everything. Like, he doesn't care if he's a man or he's a girl. He doesn't care, and that's really cool. And his music, like, has nothing to do with the music that One Direction had. I love the One Direction. Yeah, I really love the One Direction, but it's so much better now. And Justin Bieber is my inspiration because he went through a lot. like in his life, he was famous at 16. I don't know what age it was, but yeah, when he was 16, he was famous, and he had all of that pressure with him, and he handled it pretty well. And yeah, Amy Winehouse, Whitney Houston, Adele, and all those things, Celine Dion, there are my inspirations. Like, that's it. But yeah, I'm gonna sing the last song for you guys. I'm sorry, but I'm running out of time. And it's gonna be Talking to the Moon by Bruno Mars. It's on my YouTube channel. Go check it out and subscribe, don't forget.
I know you're somewhere out there, somewhere far away. I want you back. I want you back. My neighbors think I'm crazy, but they don't understand. You're all I have. You're all I have. And night when the stars light up my room, I'll sit by myself, talking to the moon, trying to get to you. In hopes you're on the other side, talking to me too. Or am I a fool who sits alone, talking to the moon? Oh, I'm feeling like I'm famous, the talk of the town. They say I've gone mad. Yeah, I've gone mad. But they don't know what I know. 'Cause when the sun goes down, someone's talking back. Yeah, they're talking back. Oh, and night when the stars light up my room, I'll sit by myself, talking to the moon, trying to get to you. In hopes you're on the other side, talking to me too. Or am I a fool who sits alone, talking to the moon? Do you ever hear me calling? Cause every night I'm talking to the moon, still trying to get to you. In hopes you're on the other side, talking to me too. Or am I a fool who sits alone, talking to the moon? Oh, I know you're somewhere out there, somewhere far away.
Hi, my name is Miruna, and tonight we're gonna perform 3 songs for you, 1 original and 2 covers. And we're gonna start with A Sky Full of Stars by Coldplay and Lea G. Hope you enjoy.
Thank you.
'Cause you're a sky, 'cause you're a sky full of stars. I'm gonna give you my heart. 'Cause you're a sky, 'cause you're a sky full of stars. 'Cause you light up the path. I don't care, go on and tear me apart. I don't care if you do. Ooh, 'cause in the sky, 'cause in the sky full of stars, I think I saw you. Cause you're a sky, 'cause you're a sky full of stars. I wanna die in your arms. Cause you get lighter the more it gets dark. I'm gonna give you my heart. I don't care, go on and tear me apart. I don't care if you do. Ooh, 'cause in the sky, 'cause in the sky full of stars, I think I see you. I think I see you. Yeah. You're a sky, you're a sky full of stars, such a heavenly view. Such a heavenly The next song that I'm gonna perform now is an original, and this will be the first time I'm gonna see a song of my own. We've worked on it last week, so it's far from finished, but I hope you like it. It's called Hey Baby. Hey baby, what do you want from me now? Hey baby, I can't figure it out. If you still think about that August night, why don't you make that call? If you still think about me every time that you even care at all. You had me for a long time and you still messed up. I gave you like 100 tries, can't you see that I've had enough?
Yeah, I do miss you, and I once wished that you had even tried. But yesterday means nothing now. I've got no tears to cry. Hey baby, how have you been since that? Hey baby, how could you lie when you're not even mine? I don't know why I do this, why I still reminisce. I should not think about something that I gonna miss. If you still think about that August night, why don't you make that call? If you still think about me every time that you even care at all. You had me for a long time and you still mess up. I gave you like 100 tries, can't you see I've had enough? Yeah, I do miss you, and I once wished that you had even tried. But yesterday means nothing now. I've got no tears to cry.
And the last song that we're gonna do for you is Hallucinate by Lipa. And with this, I have to thank my friend Will for playing the guitar with me tonight. Yeah, you're amazing.
Pocket full of honey and I'm ready to go. No, I ain't got no money, but I'm letting you know that I'ma love you like a full preview until I hallucinate. Body make you silly, make you do what I want. Oh baby, I can make you pretty, I can string you along, but I'ma love you like a fool, breathe you until I hallucinate. No, I couldn't live without your touch. No, I can never have too much. I breathe you in forever and ever. Hallucinate. I hallucinate when you call my name. Got stars in my eyes, and they don't fade when you call my way. I'm losing my mind, mind. I hallucinate when you call my name. Got stars in my put you in my Hall of Fame, middle of the wall. Yeah, you're my one, my favorite, my ride or die. Oh, yeah, I'ma love you like a fool, breathe you until I hallucinate. No, I couldn't live without your touch. No, I can never have too much. I breathe you in forever and ever. Hallucinate. I hallucinate when you call my name. Got stars in my eyes, and they don't fade when you call my way. I'm losing my mind, hallucinate when you call my way. I'm losing my wanna be right where you are. Let's go dancing in the dark. Don't wait, you can push the start. Lose control. Kill me slowly with a kiss. Wrap me around your fingertips. Then I need another hit. Make me lose my mind. Got stars in my eyes, and
Sending you lots of love wherever you are.
Hi, Leah. Thank you so much for joining us. First, to start off, tell us a bit about yourself.
Hi, thank you so much for having me on. So yeah, my name is Lea G. I'm a 20-year-old singer-songwriter and producer from Austria originally, and I moved to the UK like 1.5 years ago now, just to pursue music full time, really, to study A&R and songwriting. And yeah, so I don't know, do you want to like hear everything of how I grew up liking music and stuff? And
I think we will get to that a bit later.
okay,
Yes.
that's fine.
Yes.
Yeah, so we'll just get it straight into our first question. So, in retrospect, in what way, if any, has being a woman influenced your career, good or in a good way or in a bad way? And can you tell us a time where you felt like being a woman had a say in your artistic decisions?
Sure. Yes, I think women definitely always inspired me. Like when I was younger, I think the first singer-songwriter that ever inspired me was probably Ed Sheeran, but he isn't a woman. But I was also really into Adele at the time. I found that her artistic expression and the way she presented herself really inspired me to do what I do. Then later, I think a little bit later on, when I was around 15 or something, I got into Taylor Swift, and then lots of like up and coming singer-songwriters at the time, like Nina Nesbitt and God, I know we're talking about it, I can't tell you who else, but yeah, just like lots of great women out there. Like I used to listen a lot to Amy Winehouse and stuff as well, and I think everyone is inspired by someone female, definitely females in the industry anyway. So yeah, definitely been inspired by women. And about whether it had like influence on my creative side of things or like my writing and stuff, being a woman, yes, definitely. I think women in the industry are just being treated differently than men. And I always found it really hard when I was young and starting to go to studios and stuff to be working with male producers only, and also to be working with male producers that were like my dad's age and didn't really seem to get me, right, as like a young woman, as yeah, just as a woman, as a girl, as a young girl, and I just always felt really underrepresented, especially where I'm from in Austria, because there isn't any female producers. Like I used to only work with male producers and used to only ever really write with men as well. So just moving to the UK was like great, because now I'm working with so many women, and just trying to like support as many women as possible as well, because I think there just needs to be so many more female producers, many more, you know, female photographers, female videographers, female songwriters, and we all need to kind of step up a bit more, because I think the main problem I think for women in the industry is that we sometimes don't allow ourselves to tell people that we can do certain things. Like some of my friends are really good producers, but they would never walk around and say, oh, I'm a producer, because they still feel like they have so much to learn. Whereas I think, I don't know what it is about men, but like once they can do anything, even if it isn't as much as someone else might be able to do, they walk around and say, oh yeah, I'm a producer, kind of thing. They just have more confidence because they have more opportunities. So they have more opportunities to kind of showcase what they can do. Whereas I think in the industry at the moment, there isn't that many opportunities for women to showcase what they can do, although I think it's getting better, which is a good thing. But yeah, and that's kind of my view on the music industry and being a woman in it at the moment. And so yeah, I think this live stream is a really good idea to kind of showcase more women's work, because it's just so important to put more women out there, you know, for people to showcase their work.
Yeah, thank you very much. It was actually so interesting how you said that, you know, when you started, you already had this perspective in mind. You were getting mentally ready for having to deal with these different expectations between the genders. Yeah. Touching up on that, when did you feel like you could say, yeah, this is what I'm meant to be doing. I'm where I'm supposed to be when it comes to your artistic career.
That's really interesting, because I think that only happened like this November or December, like when I met my producer that I'm currently working with, and he is a guy, but I just really feel like he gets me. He's young and he knows how to, you know, get people. I just get on with him really well. But then he also works with like lots of females as well. So I think, yeah, I just found a really good connection to him. And since I've found him and started working with him, I kind of really felt like I was being seen in who I am. And I was able to kind of, you know, build my image and my artistry from there, and especially sound wise as well. I feel like I've kind of found my sound now, which is great, which I was never able to do before because all the older men didn't get what I was doing. So yeah, I would have loved a woman to work with at my early stages, or just like someone my age. Yeah, but I think lots of young women go through that whole process, and there will always be like older men around that, you know, they mean it well, you know, they mean well, and they want to support upcoming musicians, but also they sometimes don't have enough emotional range to kind of, I don't know what it's like to be a young woman, and how to help build a soundscape like that, I guess, as well. But you know, there's plenty of great men out there as well, but I think it would be great if there was more women that did what the men did back then.
Yeah, just to add one more thing, this is something that should be appreciated, that there are men that really, for instance, your producer currently, he is doing his best to showcase your values, and it's important to appreciate these men that, you know, boost the women in the industry.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, there's not that many of them really. I mean, yeah, it's just great to find someone like that you click with, and
like at the end I feel like it's about creating that awareness of the whole industry and the balance. So I want to ask you another question, going back to what you were mentioning about growing up. How was your passion for music born? Can you tell us a bit more about that?
So I grew up in the middle of nowhere in Austria, so there wasn't like a lot of pop music around when I was growing up. So the way I got into music is I started singing in the school choir just by accident, because someone didn't come to rehearsals when I was like 6 or something. So I just sang the song for them, and then my singing teacher really liked my voice, and then I started having solo lessons for like 4 years or something, and then started playing violin and having more singing lessons, stopped playing violin again, and then started playing guitar at the age of maybe 11 or 12. And just then learned how to play the guitar and accompany myself singing basically, and had more singing lessons and stuff. And then when I was 13 or something, I found Ed Sheeran, and I was like, oh my god, this guy with a guitar, like, he's super cool and he writes all his own songs, maybe I should do it, just like to try it out. And then that kind of really turned into a passion quite quickly. And when I was 16, I moved down to the south of England to do an exchange year for a year. And then just kind of started falling in love with performing down there. I played my first gigs down there, played with a band and stuff, so that was really fun. Kind of just like gave me a bit of an introduction into the music industry as well, which was nice. And then moved back to Austria, did my A-levels, and then it was clear for me that I wanted to pursue music full time and write for other people, produce lots of stuff. So I moved to London because that was the best thing to do, because I don't write German songs. So for me it was like, well, I could either go to Berlin or Vienna or go to London. So I went to London, and here I am. I'm just about to release 4 songs this year, and they're all about growing up and moving to the UK, and just like the whole feeling of being young basically. So I'm really excited for these releases.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, your performance was really touching. It was very well done, so congratulations.
Thanks so much.
So, is there any last thing you would like to mention to people that are watching right now?
I think if there's any women listening, which I know there will be, I encourage you to stand up for yourself and showcase your talent in any way possible, and just be a bit more confident, because most of the men out there fake it until they make it, and you can do that too. You don't have to be perfect to be doing anything in this industry, you know, you just learn from doing. And yeah, just put yourself out there, because at the end of the day, there's nothing you can do wrong if you just put yourself out there, and you know, just go for it and believe in yourself.
Hi, Annie. Thank you so much for being here. To start off, please tell us a bit about yourself.
So hi, thanks for having me. I am a musician, artist, producer. I'm also a teacher. And yeah, so I feel like I kind of do a lot of different roles. But fundamentally, I guess I define myself as an artist.
Awesome, thank you. So our first question to you would be, what are your biggest concerns in the music industry, and what do you wish you could change if you could?
Yeah, this has been on my mind a lot at the moment. I think lockdown has particularly kind of highlighted how different things could be, and a lot of people that I work with have kind of been talking about this. I think fundamentally the biggest change I'd like to see in the music industry is having more women and people who are gender minorities in powerful positions, because when I see that happening, I can see people feeling so much more empowered, and they lift other people up as well, and they make it a much more inclusive space. And I think at the moment it's still a very male dominated industry that you know, you can see statistics of like how many men get signed to record labels, for example, compared to women, and the stats are just terrible. So I think having more women and non-binary and trans people in more powerful positions, and that's like, you know, in labels, in publishing, across the board, I think that would make a really big difference. So I'd love to see more of that.
Yeah, your answer actually gives me a great segue to the next question. Our event, this is the what our event revolves around. This is what we're trying to do: raise awareness on these problems and just showcase some of the values of these amazing women inside the industry. So throughout the conceptualization of this whole event, we designed a term, womaning up, the action. How would you define this?
So I've actually got a little sign that I made that I stuck on my fridge, which is kind of one of my favorite phrases, and that's empowered women empower women. And I really think that's an important thing to live by, is that, you know, we lift each other up, and there is no equality until we are all equal. So I think that that's a really important thing to live by. I think, like, historically, and probably still now, women are pitted against each other. You know, we're kind of made to feel like there's this competition, and there's only space for one of us at a gig, or there's only, you know, that it feels good to be the only woman in a recording studio. And actually the reality is that that's not good. Like, it makes you feel isolated, and it makes you feel alienated from everyone else. So I think, you know, using your platform to also empower other people is a really amazing thing to do. And the more that we can all support each other, the more we lift each other up.
Yes, absolutely. I actually want to touch back on some stuff that you just said, because obviously women are in a lot more pressure than male are in the music industry. Would you agree with this? And have you ever felt this pressure on to be, or to put more effort than a male in the artist industry, in the music industry, sorry?
Yeah, so much. I think I've always been quite defiant of the fact of, like, I didn't want to ever be judged on the way that I look, but obviously that's a huge pressure on women that men don't really experience. I mean, yeah, there's still a lot of incredible, like, amounts of sexism that you know, it is a real struggle for women to carve out their space and feel respected. I think, you know, I've been doing this for a long time, and I still notice that, you know, if I'm sending emails on behalf of my band, people don't reply to me as Annie. They reply to me if I sign off as my bandmate, who is a man. And it's just things like that that kind of make you. I just marvel at it. I'm like, is this still happening? But it is. So I think, you know, it just takes a lot more effort, and it's tiring. You know, and I think it takes a huge amount of strength to be a woman in this industry and keep going.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like once you evolve and grow, this is something you keep in the back of your mind, knowing that there is going to be a small struggle, which is horrible. You should be able to do exactly what you want and what you want to do it. But yeah, it's hopefully it will get better. Effective. Stirring away from the deep stuff, we would like to ask you more fun questions. Obviously, there are amazing women in the music industry today. If you were to collaborate with one of them, what would be your dream collaboration?
I mean, there are so many. I think at the moment, one of my favorite musicians is Adrian Lenker, who plays in the band Big Thief, and she also releases some amazing solo work. I just think she's one of the most incredible songwriters, and she's also an incredible human being. Like, she really stands for, she stands by her morals and like her ethics, and uses her platform to try and do good in the world. And yeah, so I would love to collaborate with her on anything.
That's amazing, Annie. Thank you so much for being here with us today. Is there anything you would like to tell, just one last thing you would like to tell anybody or everyone who's watching right now?
Yeah, I actually just want to bring some attention to an amazing community that my friends Jenny and Katie have set up. So it's an online community called 2% Rising, and it's for female and gender minority producers and engineers. And obviously this is a field that a lot of women and gender minorities, you know, you don't see as many producers and engineers, and there's a good reason for that, because studios are a very male-dominated environment. But this community has been an incredible resource for me over the past year or so, and it's really made me feel connected to people, like very like-minded people. So if anyone is interested in joining that, it's on Facebook. It's called 2% Rising. And it's just an incredible community of like sharing resources, different like courses and opportunities. So if anyone wants to get more into production and engineering, I'd recommend having a look at that, because yeah, it's a really great space.
Perfect. We'll make sure to put the link down below. And yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you, Francesca, for being here. That was an amazing performance. To start off, tell us a bit about yourself, what you do.
So I go by the name of Am.i when I'm performing, so that's my stage name. But normally it's just me, Francesca. I'm from Italy and based in London, and I'm an electropop artist, and I've been active since 2019 here in the UK.
Awesome,
So, yeah,
thank you. Okay, so our first question would be, when thinking about today's music industry, what are your biggest concerns and what would you wish you could change?
So, I mean, obviously, taking a look at what the event is, like, I would say for women and queer people in music, it's there's a bit of a gap in between like those two communities and men. So that's something that needs to be changed in the music industry. An awful example, obviously, it's, for example, the Wireless Festival, which this year was mainly, still mainly has like male performance, and like all the amazing UK artists, like the women or like queer, they haven't been even asked to be put in the lineup for Wireless Festival, which is like one of the biggest ones in the UK. So it's kind of scary to see that in 2021 it's still something, like it's still happening, and there is not as much of a equality in the roles between women and men in the music industry, which is crazy still. But yeah, that's something that needs changing. Obviously, the recognition and like credibility of women and queer artists in the music industry needs to change because it's basically close to none. I mean, no, because we've worked hard to get where we are, but still, there's a long way to go still.
Yeah, that is right, and you said that beautifully. Actually, while we were designing this, the concept of this event, we came up with the term of womaning up, the action.
Really
How would
cool.
you define this? What does this mean to you?
Obviously you've taken it from like men and up, I'm guessing, right? Yeah, it's really, really cool. Like I really, really think it should be used. I think womaning up is, wow, what a cool concept. Like, to be honest, it's already happening, you know, between the like women community and like, you know, like queer community as well. It's already happening, and it's great to see that there's a lot more support. There's a lot more people speaking up, like against what's not right in the music industry, or like any industry for that matter. And womaning up, I think it would be, you know, just stand your ground and just say whatever you're, you know, whatever it's not right in your particular industry, especially here in the music one, and just, you know, not let whatever's been established, you know, from society back in the days, not let that affect your career, and just, you know, just tell whatever it's, you know, whoever's wrong, just no, this is not how things are gonna get done from now on. You know, take action and get the support from the community. That's you know, that's what I think womaning up, which is already happening for me, is I guess.
Absolutely, you're right. So I want to touch on your own music, because obviously looking and watching your performance, your music is quite personal and quite profound. I want to know, when are you most creative, and where do you get your song ideas from? All your creative process behind these songs.
My creative process is so basically, myself, obviously I'm talking a lot about my mental health and in my songs, and that's because I struggle with it. So that's sort of like where I take my inspiration from, which is, you know, in a dark place, but it's also the way I use music is like to heal sort of like whatever struggle I'm having at the moment, like in that particular moment that I'm writing. So I take inspiration from my own experience and like my own mental health and my own struggles, and in transforming that to music, it helps me get better. So, you know, I'm helping myself to get there. So that's something I'm actually happy because I wasn't able to do that in the beginning.
Yeah, I feel like in that process you're also helping a lot of other people. So
yeah,
it's a win-win.
Yeah, that's what I want, really. So thank you.
But I want to also ask you, when are you most in your element, do you feel like? Is it when you're writing the actual song, or is it when you're performing the song after you've created your whole thing? When are you most in your element?
Performing. Writing for me is a pain, like proper pain, because I have to get there, you know, to actually write something. So like whenever I write, it's usually with like a couple of friends of mine that I co-write music with, and especially with like one of my best friends called Adriano. He's a guitarist, and we get fucked every time we write, like big time, like not big time, but like we have a couple of glasses of wine. I'm just being dramatic, but we really kind of like, I sit down and I really have to get there to open up. So I wouldn't say that it's like my element. Of course I have to get there and it makes me happy, but performing is my thing. Like I miss it so much. So the fact that you've given me a chance to actually like virtually do it, it's really nice. So, but definitely a stage whenever I'm getting the chance now. Whew, flying.
Yeah, amazing. Okay, thank you so much for sharing this with us. It's definitely been a pleasure to have you here. Is there any last thing you want to tell our listeners today?
Just, you know, you can, like everybody that's listened, if you like what I'm doing, obviously you can find me on any other, like any social platform, on Spotify, on Instagram, on Apple Music, iTunes, whatever you name it, YouTube as well. And yeah, like with my music, I try to always create a community of people that relate to it. So feel free to drop me a message and connect. That's really important, especially right now in the world. So yeah, and thank you guys for having me, because I think your event is really cool, and you got to keep it going, because it's really important to have these things in happening in the industry always.
Cool.
Thank
so
you very
much.
much, Francesca. Hi, Miruna. Thank you so much for being here. That was an amazing performance. To get things started, tell us a bit about yourself.
Hi, I'm so happy to be here, honestly. I'm 20 years old. I'm currently a student at New London, and I'm studying both performance and event management. And I've been studying classical piano since I was little. I've been in various bands, and I played in different genres from jazz, pop to rock. And because I love music festivals, electronic music is also a very big influence on what I do. Yeah.
Thank you for sharing that, Miruna. So I wanted to ask you, when thinking about today's music industry, what are your biggest concerns and how would you change it if you could?
I think we all know that The Weeknd hasn't been nominated at the Grammys, and it had like such a big impact because we need transparency in everything, and especially music, especially words, especially things that other people look up to. So equality and transparency in everything, and also respect um, are the three main things that still need to be worked on in the music industry. And I found out that they have changed the rules. I think they did some bits, but it should be like that everywhere.
Yeah, I've heard that as well. I just think because it's such a huge thing, it just requires more attention, and like you said, transparency is the thing. Yeah, thank you. That's a great insight on that. We want to talk a bit about yourself and the fact that you performed live your original song for the first time. If you were to explain your perspective on the lyrics and what went in your head when writing them to a person that barely has even listened to this song, what would you say?
Um, it's about overcoming that toxic relationship, and that person that even though messed up like hundreds, 100 times, they would still come back, and they would still try to get along with you, talk to you. And it's about that moment of realization where you say like, okay, stop, because you're not good to me, it's not healthy, and I really don't want you back in my life. So just like stay away and leave me to do my own thing because I'm happy. Yeah.
It's absolutely an amazing song. Congratulations on that. So whether it is
Thank
event
you.
management or performance, how are you gonna take your identity as a woman moving forward in your career? Obviously, as a beginner, but also just looking into the future. How are you gonna take that forward?
Um, I'm a really curious person and pretty straightforward, and much ambition. And I came to BIM to see that most of my lecturers are females, all of them, almost all of them. And it was amazing to have like such great examples because they're doing amazing job, both in personal and professional life. And uh, it's been very good to have someone like that to look up to. And you gain so much more confidence because of that. And you see that they do a great job, and many more female artists here are interested in electronic music and production and the extra courses. We're all women, so yeah, we have maybe different views on things. We feel things differently. We can say that we can be whatever we are. So I think those are the things that we should embody and have confidence in us when doing anything, especially in the music industry, whether it's performance or music business or events or marketing.
Yeah, for sure. And I feel like it was really, really interesting how you kind of touched up on the fact that, you know, the pure fact of being surrounded by other women that are doing a great job just empowers you to do that too. And that's also something our event is trying to do. Just gather everybody, just join forces and just do an amazing job in this industry. Yeah, that is really, really
it's
good.
so much better when women support women. So much.
Oh yeah,
better.
for sure.
Definitely. Thank you so much, Miruna, for being here. Would you like to say any last things to our listeners today?
Just take care of yourselves. There's just a bit left until we get back to like a new normal, and we'll be able to go to concert gigs and see people and hug people and kiss people, and just wait a little bit longer and take care of your parents, grandparents, and everyone around you. And let's meet you at a gig in London. I can't wait.
All right, thank you so much.
Can't wait. Unfortunately, Inês cannot join us tonight, but she put on a beautiful performance. I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I did. We have come to the end of the Q&A session. Thank you so much for watching.